surrogate waited until the gender reveal party to show me who she really was. When my doctor told me that carrying a pregnancy would likely kill me due to a heart condition I was born with, my husband Jacob and I decided to find a surrogate. We met Veronica through a mutual friend and she agreed to carry our baby for us. The pregnancy went smoothly and we planned a gender reveal with 50 of our closest friends and family in our backyard. I felt like the luckiest woman alive right up until I noticed Veronica standing way too close to Jacob by the drink table. She touched his arm and laughed and then leaned in to whisper something in his ear. I walked over and she looked at me with something like pity in her eyes. Is everything okay over here? I asked. Everything is just perfect, Veronica said while rubbing her belly and smiling at my husband like they were sharing some private joke. My mother walked up to Veronica and asked what her plans were after the birth. Oh, I'm so excited to finally be a mom, Veronica said. My stomach dropped, but I figured she just misspoke because pregnancy brain is a real thing. My sister mentioned how hard the newborn phase would be, and Veronica just laughed. That won't bother me a bit. I already love this baby more than anything in the world, she said. I pulled her aside and asked what exactly she meant by all that. She patted my arm like I was a child. You really shouldn't stress yourself out over nothing, sweetie. Then Jacob grabbed my elbow from behind. You need to stop making her uncomfortable. She's doing us a huge favor, he said. I told him that something felt off, and he rolled his eyes. You're being paranoid. Just enjoy the party. He walked away, and I watched him go straight back to Veronica. She handed him a drink, and their fingers touched a little too long. My sister came up beside me and asked if everything was all right. Jacob seems really attentive to Veronica today, she said carefully. I'm sure he's just being supportive, I told her, but I didn't believe my own words. A few minutes later, I found Jacob and Veronica whispering by the dessert table, and they went silent the second they saw me coming. What were you two talking about? I asked. Nothing, Jacob said a little too quickly. Veronica just smiled and rubbed her belly. We were just talking about how excited we are for this little one to finally get here, she said. Something about the way she said we made my skin crawl, but I told myself I was being crazy. Just then, my mother called everyone together for the gender reveal. I stood there holding the confetti cannon with trembling hands, but before I could do anything, Veronica stepped forward. I have an important announcement to make first, she said loud enough for everyone to hear. I know this will be hard for everyone to understand, but I can't keep living a lie anymore. She looked directly at me with a smile on her face. I'm keeping this baby because Jacob and I are in love. We are going to raise our child together. The yard went dead silent and I turned to Jacob, waiting for him to deny it. She's telling the truth. I'm sorry you had to find out this way, he said without even looking at me. How could you do this to me? I asked him. I stopped feeling connected to you the day the doctor said you couldn't carry a baby. You became a completely different person, and I couldn't stand being around you anymore. Unlike you, Veronica can actually give me the family I've always wanted. My father started shouting, but Jacob just talked over him. She has no legal claim to this baby. Veronica is the biological mother and I'm the biological father. We never signed a contract, so there's absolutely nothing she can do about it. Veronica stepped closer to me and smirked. I know this hurts, but you should honestly be thanking me. I'm giving Jacob everything you never could. Jacob grabbed her hand and looked at me one last time. I already filed for divorce and I'm taking everything. My lawyer says you'll never be able to see this child. Jacob and Veronica walked out of my backyard holding hands while 50 people watched in silence. I still don't know what color confetti was inside that cannon.